Yeah, I mean, I think you can, like, have you ever reached out to any of these young artists and just like, hey, I see what you're doing, like, you know, or maybe try to give them some advice? Because you've, like you said, you've kind of been, you've had to live through what it's like to be like thrown in the middle of this machine that is the music industry. It'll eat you up, it'll spit you out, and it'll stop answering your calls. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see somebody making mistakes, whether there's somebody close to you or like, do you reach out? Do you try to give them any advice, or is it really not your place, you feel like?
You know, I think I just try to lead by example and let my actions speak for me at this point in time, you know? And if I can inspire or influence somebody with something I say on a podcast with Bootleg
Right.
or something I say on a record, or just something that they see me do. You know, Vic Mensa does this for the homeless in Chicago, or, you know, XYZ, frees somebody from prison. I'm like, man, let me let my actions, you know, speak for themselves, because in the midst of so many things that we've discussed, is also like just this mountain of positive impacts I've left on the planet, which has always been the conflicting thing that I had to realize, like, you can't have it both ways. Like, you can't have it constantly in beef and drama and getting locked up for this and still be giving away $1.5 million worth of shoes in the trenches in Chicago, right, sleeping underneath the viaduct in the dead of winter to raise money for the homeless, building water facilities in Africa. I mean, like, I let those things speak for themselves, but it's not a lot of people in the history of hip hop that have, at this stage, like, had the level of impact on people in a humanitarian sense that I have.
Also, that's not the shit that, for whatever reason, will get...
That's not viral.
It's not going viral, bro.
But that's human nature, though. It's like, sit and turn on the news right now. You know what I mean? Like,
there's nothing positive on.
There's nothing
on
about
any
it
channel
because,
you turn into,
because bad news travels fast.
It's
going
all
to be
divisive
3 people
shit,
shot
sure.
here, 2 people overdosed on fentanyl. You know, Ukraine is being bombed because bad news travels fast, and we're in a culture and a moment in society that prioritizes sensationalism because it's all about the internet, you know, and it's all about impressions, engagement, likes, comments, and you get a lot more likes and comments on arguments, controversies, and fear than you do on, like, love and positivity.
I mean, that's kind of like our whole news consumption cycle. Is like, it's just fear driven. Like, just like, what are we going to be scared about today? You know what I'm saying?
No, for real, it's all fear mongering. Like,
I think COVID showed us that more than anything, because like we were all just like watching, like at home, just watching CNN, and they would just have like the death numbers just, it was like a ticker at the bottom, like it was an NBA score or something. I don't think we really realized, like, damn, like that, like that was I was like fucking freaked out to go outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, a lot of us got it and survived. A lot of us passed away.
I definitely got that shit, man.
I had COVID like twice at least.
I might have had it twice too. I ain't gonna lie. I had COVID before we even knew what COVID was.
I know. I had a lot of homies who were like right around December, January.
December, like,
and they were fucked up.
I was in bed for like days. It was like a fever dream. I just remember like rolling around in bed for days. You know, didn't even get up, didn't eat.
Yeah, no, for sure.